friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba, Canada. Welcome to First Friday Free. I can't believe that this is the last First Friday of 2023. Christmas season is almost upon us. We are going to be creating a gift card holder. Now, the gift card holder that we're making is one of my favorites. I learned it several years ago, actually at probably one of my very first Stampin' Up! Classes that I attended. I haven't made it in years, so we'll see how it comes together. So we are using Memento because I will be coloring with blends. I'm going to be using the Gift of Giving stamp set, which is in the current mini that goes until January. It will be retiring, so if you love it, grab it. Let's get started with our measurements. I'm also using Marion Bright Designer Series paper, which is my favorite Designer Series paper out of this catalog. So I've got two pieces, 3 3/4 by 4 and 1 3/4 by 4. I've also got 3 pieces of cardstock that I've already cut and scored. Our first one is 8 1/4 by 4 inches, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. This is going to be the outside, 4 1/4 by 4 by 4 1/4, and then scored at the 4-inch side at 2 inches. So it's going to be the top of our gift card holder. And then we've got the inside, which is going to be 7 1/4 by 3, and then scored at 2 inches. Now, I do also have a circle punch that I will probably be using, and I just realized that I don't have a gift card at my desk that I can put in here. But I'm sure we can find something that I can show as the finished sample of what we're going to stick in. We're also going to use the mini glue dots because we're working with a very small margin. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a tickle in my throat for our adhesive. If you're really good with glue, which I am not, or you're really good with tear and tape and can just get it right to the very edge, because you want to make sure that when your inside goes in, you can get it out. So we've got, for this part, I'll be using just the regular tape, but for the lid, to get the lid to fit onto our piece, there's literally 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to be using the mini glue dots definitely for here. And you want to make sure that when you put your adhesive on, that there's enough room for your gift card holder piece to slide in and out. And you also want to make sure that on this piece, there's enough. I'm just going to cut this to approximately a gift card size so that we can eyeball it. 2.5, I think, is usually about the size. Whoops, the size of a gift card. Maybe smaller. So that'll be our guide for our glue dots on there as well. So we're going to get started by decorating. I've got the front. I've already scored it with our bone folder. Adhesive. There it is. I've got this little basket that I've started to use to hold my adhesive and my bling in that before I do a live, in hopes of not losing things on my desk. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so here is our inside. I also have an envelope just in case you want to mail this to somebody. This is going to help us with our sizing when we go to put the inside on and the lid. So now I'm just going to make sure that this guy can slide in. Yeah, I've left enough room. They'll slide in and out. The more you work it, the easier it'll be. Now our gift card will be going on this lower half. So I'm just going to take my small punch. You can use a punch, another shape. You can use a die, whichever you prefer, just to kind of show a little bit more of the gift card. Now we're going to grab our glue dots. Brand new package. And There we go. I like to keep the tape on so that it can hold so it doesn't unravel everywhere. And I'm just going to roll and stick so that it makes kind of a, I don't know, like a little snake, tape snake. I'm going to do probably 4 on each side. You can also do, that one needs to be positioned over just a little. You can do your own too, just by rolling your adhesive onto a non-stick surface and then dragging your finger to create a glue dot or a glue snake, as the case might be. Oops. These are very, very sticky. Come on. And if you've never used the glue dots, they are very sticky and very adhesive. So I've never worried about them coming apart. I'm just going to give it a really good push down. Another really good push down. So this part that we've done the punch will go, this will be easier to tell which way is up. We'll go into our pocket and then we just kind of move it back and forth. We're going to put our designer series paper on this piece. So again, it's 1/4 inch smaller, which is usually the size that I do. And because it's going to move, I'm going to run out of tape on this one. I think I have another one at the ready. I'm going to put just a little bit more than I normally do. I usually just do outside edges, but for this one, I'm going to do it a little bit more. And then we're going to do, again, because this is such a small runaround, we're going to do the glue dot snakes just around the very edge. You could use liquid glue for this if you prefer. You just have to use a very, very light hand to make sure that it's not going to go everywhere. Okay, and then again, as close to the edge as you possibly can, because you want to make sure, oops, that the top, oops, is going to fit. Okay, and then we're going to push this down. And then we're going to grab our smaller piece and place that so this part is really easy to do. Creating the pocket, creating the gift card holder. And then we're just going to test and make sure that our lid is going to go on. Perfect. Slide it back off. Okay, and then to decide where our inside is going to sit on our pocket, we're actually going to take the envelope and we're going to line everything up and make sure that it's going to work. So, not quite to the edge. I'm going to slide this guy in. Now we're going to take our lid and put it on top of our box. And then slide it down. Okay, I should have assembled this before. So we're going to put a little bit of tape so that when we press down, our lid is going to set with, oops, come on, there we go. I should have done this part before we measured. Okay, so the envelope edge, it will fit perfectly. Then we're just going to give it a good push. And then when we pull our lid, the gift card will come out. And again, the more you play with it, the more it will move. I'm just going to put this off to the side. I'm going to grab a piece of the basic white and the 2U stamp set from Gift of Giving. And we're going to ink it up. This is about 2 inches by 4 inches. Depending on what stamp you use, it will depend on what size of a tag you make for the front of it. Inked it up with Memento because Memento is what we use with blends, and that's what I'm choosing to color with. You can color with any color, you can stamp on any color. Just give it a good push down, good push up. And then we'll grab our markers and color. Actually, I think I'm going to do the bow in red. Real red? Yeah, real red. Oops. Okay, I'll do the bows first. I love coloring with blends. They're so quick and easy. For smaller areas, I prefer to use the writing end. And just a light hand. Sometimes the blends can bleed past your lines, so you don't always want to go right to the very edge. Just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. I find the basic white thick sometimes acts a little bit differently than just the regular basic white. If you do go off the edge or get some color or you don't exactly want it, the color lifter works really well to kind of lessen the color. Now I'm using Granny Apple Green, So Saffron, which is now retired, and Light Balmy Blue for my present colors. So I'm just going to alternate. And the reason that I chose those colors is because they kind of go with what is in the package. Or the paper, sorry. So I am planning a crafting online retreat for January. 1, 2, 3. So you will be the next green one. It's going to be a 5-day event with recorded videos and a private Facebook group where we can get together and share and create. I've got so many ideas. So be sure to keep an eye on my newsletter. And if you don't subscribe to my newsletter, hit the link below so that you are kept in the know. How about that? It rhymes. All right. Yellow next. Or blue. I think I'll do... I'll do yellow for the Y and then the blue for the other ones. With alcohol ink too, I really love how it doesn't leave really visible lines. Usually if I'm coloring a bigger area, I like to do a circle just to keep the lines to a minimum. And also the blends come in light and dark. So you can use one color and have different variations on it. This one I'm just keeping really simple, quick coloring today. Because gift card holders, I think, are a fairly quick thing to produce. It just gives a little bit more personal touch to a gift card. I do love giving gift cards for Christmas. All right, so we're done now. You can cut them out if you want, fussy cut around. I'm just going to leave them as they are, but I am going to add a little bit of bling because bling makes everything better. I just saw my take your pick tool, but oh well. Just add a little bit of bling around. I like odd numbers, so probably 5 on this one. I always go for the smaller rhinestones first. And then we're I'm going to grab dimensionals to pop this guy up. So if you do try this, I would love to see what you create. So pop on over to my Facebook group, which is linked below, and share what you make. Crafting's always better when you do it with other people. All right, so I'll put this way. We're going to put our lid on. Oops. There we go. Make sure it still works with our envelope. Putting the lid on also helps us with positioning of our tag. Actually, I am going to do just a little bit of a fussy cut here. Just so that we can see some more of that paper. And we'll do sort of a free form snip. I'm going to have to redo the dimensionals, but it's fine. There we go. I like that better. If you've been around for more than a hot second in my craft room, you know that things often verge off the intended path. Because it is a process and it's not linear. And sometimes you just got to do with wherever the path takes you. Actually, I think we're going to do a little bit of a wiggle on here too. There. So you could put this on here or you could move it up to the lid, wherever you prefer. Stick your gift card in. If you put it in an envelope, there's still room for your message to the recipient. You can also write on the inside if you so choose. But as always, I truly appreciate you spending a little bit of your time with me. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. And as always, I'll see you again soon. Have a great day.